Planet Terror.
That's true. Yeah.
But I mean,
I saw the what's that new the remake he just did. The Bronson.
Death Wish.
Yeah, I watched Death Wish, and I wouldn't. It's a lot more fun than I thought I was gonna have. You know, a lot of the stuff is practical. He was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that movie, but I mean, it's fun, entertaining.
I think what kind of turned me off was the Charles Bronson version is more of a guy that wasn't that type of person that becomes that person, and almost I don't necessarily has a hard time with it, but kind of can't believe that he's becoming this person.
Kind of like what's that Brave one with Jodie Foster, where she's kind of back against the wall.
Yeah, that's kind of a Death Wish rehash. And it seemed like when I saw the trailers for the Eli Roth version, it seemed more like the Bruce Willis action movie.
And it came out at the wrong time.
It came out when...
Because it's kind of well, in a way, at least the trailer glorifies the, you just take him out.
Yeah.
You know? It loses that hard and I think in the original Death Wish, there's something really fucked up that happens.
Yeah, his wife and daughter are raped and murdered. And
that doesn't happen. Or at least they skate over that. So, in the remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who the rapist and murderer, one of the rapists and murderers is in the original?
No.
Jeff Goldblum.
Really?
Yeah. A young Jeff Goldblum.
That guy, man. Actually, I need to fuck the James Franco sample. The fuck Jeff Goldblum. But anyway, back to Bruce Willis.
Is he starting to turn into like the Nicolas Cage, where it's like I'll just do anything?
He's sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just for a check. Or whatever. Even though I can't imagine he really needs money.
Probably not. He probably makes a ton of residuals on at least Die Hard.
Yeah.
But it feels like a lot of the stuff that he does nowadays is because he wants a paycheck and doesn't really give a shit. He's pulling like the De Niro thing where, well, just do whatever, and I won't be very good in any of them.
But I'm excited for that Irishman that De Niro's doing. I think
if De Niro gets set up with a good director, he can be good. If he gets set up with Scorsese, he was very good in all the David O. Russell movies that he was in.
That's true.
But and then he pops up in something else, and it's like, dude, he's just out for the paycheck. He's not that guy that he was when he did all those amazing Scorsese performances. So I don't know about Bruce Willis. And why is he going to do like McClane? Which, by the way, I read was they were asking if it was going to be R, and they're like, we don't know. We're not really in control of that. So like the studio's going to tell them to make it PG-13. Stupid.
I don't know. Well, Die Hard's always had that running theme of the anti-terrorism stuff, and when you do something like that, it's got to be, you got to take it to its full potential. It's not meant for children.
No, and nor should you market it towards.
Yeah, so it's like make it
children.
for its audience, especially because Die Hard is for older people. Anyway, like its demographic is now they are up there.
Yeah.
So make it for them. I've never understood that. Especially with I feel like our movies right now, they are marketable. People do go see them. If you look at that,
if the movie's good, man, people will go. It doesn't matter what the rating is.
If you look at Deadpool, Deadpool made a shit ton of money even before they did the PG-13 thing.
Yeah.
And I saw tons of kids in those seats, which is kind of disturbing, but it's still happening.
That happened to me with Logan. There was some guy there with like this kid that was probably 4 years old. And I was like, that's probably not a movie for a 4-year-old. But Logan is another good example where the studio obviously wanted a PG-13, and James Mangold and Hugh Jackman said, no, we want to make it R. And, you know, we'll be willing to take a pay cut, and we'll be willing to come in at this budget if you can make it R. And look, that was a very, very profitable movie because they made the character the way the character should be. And they made the film violent. It's a guy that's got knives coming out of his hands. Like, there's going to be blood, and there's going to be gore. There's going to be people losing body parts. So they made it R. Stop trying to market movies to a mass audience and just make a movie.
We're looking at you, Venom.
I remember when you told me, like, oh, like, it's going to be R-rated and it's going to be that. And then, like, a month or two before it came out, you're like, yeah, it's going to be PG-13. I was like, oh, dude.
Fucking Sony. They fucking castrated it. Like,
they got scared.
Like Slenderman. That was bad because they cut it cut it down because they got scared.
You can't do that. Speaking of hard R action, can we talk about the squib work in this movie?
Oh yeah,
it's insane. It's almost it's on that RoboCop level, where it's not as violent as RoboCop, obviously, but the squibs are amazing.
They are.
Like, they're super bloody when he shoots those guys in the office when he's trying to get Powell's attention. That's bloody as hell. And then when they have the gunfight in the computer room, he shoots that guy's knees out.
Yeah,
and that's insane.
He falls, and then he does a head dive into the
yes.
It looks really gnarly. The squib work is a lot of the movie's charm.
Yeah.
Or because watching it from, you know, when it starts to the finish, it has this very how do you say, like, practical. All the effects are practical and fun, and they seem like they could happen besides some of the maybe the green screen.
There's a couple of green screens. I actually think that there's some miniature work in the film too.
Where's that at?
I think that some of the building stuff is miniature. I think especially when they blow the roof and the helicopter comes down, I think that's a miniature. There was even a scene where the armored car is driving down the street where I'm like, I think that's a miniature. I could be wrong, but it looked like it to me.
Really, the helicopter when it's exploding?
I think so, yeah.
Wow, that looks really good then.
Yeah. By the way, the building, that's a real building, right? It's 20th Century Fox's headquarters in Century City, Los Angeles, which was under construction at the time, like it is in the film, because they shot there while it was still under construction. So the construction that you see in the film when you go to some of those floors is very real. That's not set dressing. But I remember the first time after I had seen the movie when I was in Los Angeles and had driven past that on the freeway somewhere. Driven past, and I was like, "That's the building from Die Hard." I didn't know it was a real building at the time. I mean, I thought that was just what they did. They had set up for the movie, and then I remember driving along the freeway and seeing it in Century City and being like, "Oh no shit! Like that's the real building. That's awesome." I think one of the floors that they did construction on, I think that's in my notes from just some random trivia, actually became Ronald Reagan's office. I think Ronald Reagan had an office there after he was out of office. And I think one of the scenes where Bruce Willis is running around in the floor that's under construction, I think that's where his office is, or was. Random trivia for the night. But yeah, I know that there was some miniature work involved in the film. The effects are really good. Even the green screen looks pretty good. Pretty good. And there's not a whole lot of scenes.
And the green screen is just questionable. Like, it looks fine, but you're questioning, like, is that really there? Like when he drops the
C4, then the elevator shaft.
shaft.
Yeah, that's green screen when you see him looking down.
And there's this shot where it's looking over his shoulder again down the shaft, and it looks like it could,
Yeah, and there's another one where he's on the roof at the end, and the FBI helicopter comes up, and he jumps off the helipad, jumps off of the helipad and the helicopter flies over him. And it's like a real quick scene, but I know that's special effects too. The FBI agents, Agent Johnson and Special Agent Johnson, no relation.
No, I'm the other one.
There's so many just really funny, almost like throwaway lines and scenes in the film. And that's a big laugh. Is they're both named Agent Johnson. Robert Davi is the older one. I think Grand Bush is his name. Is the younger one. Mm-hmm. Two like really funny, really good character actors that are in like a ton of stuff, movies. I don't know what the last movie Robert Davi did was, but he was a villain in like one of the Bond movies like a year or two after Die Hard. He was in like a bunch of other movies. He had a TV show for a while. Mm-hmm. But they're really good, and when they're in the helicopter and he's like all gung ho and he's thinking it's like Vietnam and everything. Mm-hmm.
And I was in junior high. DK.
They're really funny.
It's funny, they kind of play up the FBI to be a joke because they get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Where they shut down the power to the building, and that opens up whatever they're trying to get into.
They were trying to get into the vault, which had an electromagnetic lock, which once they cut the power, opened up the vault for them.
But they were banking on them doing that the whole time.
Yeah, but the agents thought that they were super smart by cutting the power, and they did exactly what they wanted them to do.
Because the sergeant even says that they're just following the handbook to what they're supposed to be doing.
And then when it blows up at the end, and Robinson says, "Oh, we're gonna need some more FBI guys." That's a pretty funny throwaway line too. So, what else?
The music.
Oh man, the score is great in this film. The guy who did it, Michael Kamen, who's unfortunately dead now too. Man, there's a lot of people that are connected to Die Hard that are now dead, unfortunately. And he died fairly young too. He was 40s or 50s when he passed away. But he scored all three, the real three Die Hards. I think he died before the other two. But he scored all those. I know that he scored Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I know that he scored. I think he did all. I think he did Lethal Weapon. I think he did all the Lethal Weapon films. Mm-hmm. But his score is really good. They use Beethoven's Ninth, the Ode to Joy, as a kind of a theme throughout the film. I know Rickman is whistling it when they're in the elevator, which was one of my favorite lines in the movie when he looks over at Takagi and talks about his suit. It says, "Oh, John Phillips London, I have two myself." Which is, there's a lot of quotable lines in the film. Rickman's dialogue has a lot of quotable lines, and if I talk to my friend Chris Asakawa, we can talk lines from Die Hard all day long, and I'll text him just like some random line, and he'll hit me with the next line in the movie. I don't even have to give him context. I just text the one line, and he'll hit me with that, and that was always a favorite. But they use the Ode to Joy. I think its most prominent placement in the film is when they finally break into the vault. It's in that. It was used in the original teaser for the film. Mm-hmm. It's only like a 30 or 45 second teaser that I think came out maybe the year before Die Hard actually opened. Like, the winter, Christmas or whatever, the year before Die Hard actually opened. It's in that teaser. And it also plays during the end credits after... Who sings Let It Snow? I always thought it was Dean Martin. I know it's not Dean Martin. It sings Let It Snow at the end of the movie.
You got me.
Vaughn something? That's a good question. That's a trivia question. I did not write that down.